Alrighty, hi guys, welcome to a new video back on the channel. Here we are back for another video this time. Bit weird. I've got a random box to me hands. But no, this is I have recently had my tripod broke. So it's time to actually quickly open this. Because I've got a CPU upgrade. I'm going to upgrade my editing PC. So let's get right into what CPU I've got. Let's talk a bit more about it. Alrighty, I have got, if you can guys see that clearly, the i7 14700K to upgrade the 12400F in the PC, because generally I just want overall faster editing speed and be able to use QuickSync, which I couldn't do before with my non-integrated graphics CPU. But this is going to be a perfect one. I have bought this used. Turn the flash off there. I've bought this used CEX. My hair is a mess. It is absolutely scorching in the UK right now as I'm recording this. It's 30 degrees and it's fucking boiling. Mind my French. No. Ignore me. It's a thing that people say. Like near where I am. But yeah, the plan is to upgrade this from the 12400F to this, and just overall see a better improvement. What I'm going to do now is we're going to get that all fitted, and then we'll get onto the let me just show you the test branch area, and we'll do some further testing to it. Alright, so a bit of time has passed. As you can probably see by the time, it is quite late now, but I've had a bit of a play around with it all. And yeah, it's all recognizing XMP profile works. I've also enabled, let's go F6. I've also gone into the chipset configuration and enabled the iGPU multi-monitor thing that can help me, because that is the feature that I was looking for, like QuickSync as it's mainly known as. But yeah, I've also going to put in this video an image of the temps on just idle. And yeah, because I did do a stress test, but I have lost that footage for some reason. I should just whack it on another one. But yeah, let's just go through it. We'll get back into Windows, shall we? Alrighty, so we got OCCT on here right now. Yeah, it's just showing that is the system. You might not be able to see, but yeah, that is the system. Also, it's currently seen around 36 degrees. Let's just put it on a quick. I just want to put it on a quick little like 10-minute kind of 10-minute CPU test. We're going to just put it on a normal one, just because I don't want to fucking try and kill me fucking CPU. I've only just had it, but this is just to show you. This is what you're going to get for when you're buying a products from CEX, which is a UK kind of, company. I don't believe they're in the US when it comes to actually selling. But yeah, they are a UK, as far as I'm aware of, kind of company that they have used tech. And I want to check them out really, because they offer you a 5-year warranty on the products. Yeah, so you'll see I've got but I'm running a 4070 Founders Edition 12GB card. Currently it's running around 92 degrees, which I'm not surprised because I'm putting on a full-on stress test. I am cooling it with the Noctua DH15 cooler. But yeah, I'll just show you a bit of my specs for the system. So yeah, you got that. 20 cores, you got the Z790 livemixer. I love that board so much. You've got 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, and obviously you got the 4070 Founders Edition. Then you've got this is where you can see my 1TB Crucial drive in there, my 4TB, which holds a lot of videos on. And then this is like a drive that I had that was originally in my first ever PC that I took across. And then this is a 2TB one that I also use for backing up videos to my NAS. But yeah, that's them. What we'll do is we'll come back after those 10 minutes have been completed, and we'll go from there. But so far, yeah, it's spiking up to like 95 degrees, but that is normal for the CPU. It's a hot CPU. It's pushing like nearly 253 watts. I'm not surprised, but all we want to see is no errors at all. But yeah, we'll come back after the 10-minute test is done, then we'll just talk about it a bit more. So the 10-minute test has been completed. I completely forgot to record it of the results after the fact last night, so now it's the next day. But I've ran it through again, it's passed everything. So yeah, honestly, and I've used it for the rest last night as well, editing videos and doing all that kind of jazz. And honestly, it's brilliant. Not had any problems so far. So if you do have a CEX by you in the UK, definitely give them a try. Because at this current time, with this current market, it may not actually be best to get something new. Yes, don't get me wrong. A lot of things, get them new instead. But when it comes to a CPU, and you can get it for a decent price, like this, I'm probably going to say, try it out. You do have a 5-year warranty with CEX, but that's more of the manufacturer. You get 3 years, but that's entirely up to you what you prefer. With me, I just wanted to just see what it is like buying a used 14700K. Yes, this may have been, so far I've not seen any crashing, like thinking it might be a microcode. It could have been faulty from the microcode itself, but the more I've looked at it, there's not seeming any issues with overvolting or anything like that so far, but I'm going to do more into it. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be back next. In the next video I've got planned for you is upgrading my like server archive kind of PC that I also do a lot of what's the word now? What's the word? There's a word I'm trying to think of and I can't think of it right now. I do a lot of like backing up Karen's replicator. It's also doing a lot of like CPU kind of like virtual machines as well. So I am running a load of virtual machines on it so I can test Ubuntu and other OSs. So that's where that I wanted to switch from an APU to have more breathing, like firepower when it comes to my drives and PCIe lanes as well. So yeah, we'll be back for the next video with that one. So yeah, we'll catch you guys then. Adios.